Rampage released a statement saying, "This has gone too far. I'm sick of being quiet and letting all the low IQ people fall for clickbait. Yes, my son took things too far, and I'm pissed at him for being a piece of in the way he handled it. But if Psycho Stu wasn't drunk and wouldn't have hit my son over the head with a real beer can while he was live streaming on his own stream, then Knox wouldn't have felt like they had to make things right by letting Raja get his get back in the ring. If my son would have just went to the police when the beer can incident happened, then the whole event could have gotten shut down and he could have sued. But no, my son is not as smart as I'd liked for him to be. Now my family and I are getting racist threats because of all the misinformation being posted, so content creators can get paid from viewers. People actually think my son just snuck in a ring in front of a live audience and picked Psycho Stu up without permission to be there. Get smart, people. It was staged. But Raja took it too far. He only shook his hand and accepted Psycho Stu's drunken apology because they said he could get in the storyline. He was told he could f him up. I have witnesses that says this isn't the first time that Psycho Stu had done some drunk backstage to a fan. Now we have the backstory that my son attacked an innocent military vet with PTSD like my son knew everything about the man that came up from behind him and hit him, then asked him to sell it. I have other kids to protect and I don't take kindly to threats. I'm not scared of prison or dying for my kids, and calling me names won't hurt my feelings. My son should face the consequences for going too far. He knows better. That's why he didn't tell me anything about the storyline. But Psycho Stu is lucky I wasn't there when he hit my son over the head with a beer can the day after he got a concussion from sparring the day before. I wouldn't have cared if a bunch of pro wrestlers would have jumped me. I'm a father first. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Let's all learn a lesson. Keep your damn hands to yourself. If you get paid to do fake fighting, don't disrespect people that do the for real.
Look at you, let's go, son.
I thought I could do this, but I didn't try yet.
Awesome. Okay, have a seat.
What do I get?
15 laps.
Alright. Fast as that.
No disrespect to her. Do you think she ever dabbled in the steroids like Bear?
Like Bear.
That's crazy work. I'm staying out of this one.
Look, I don't know. I mean, that's hard. It is I just.
You don't think about that, huh? Yeah, she looks ripped as fuck.
As a journalist,
Look,
you should give your opinion first.
Look, there are some people who are just genetic freaks, though. There really is.
Ustala. Отдохни.
16 ноября.
16 ноября, да.
I mean, it's just I think Islam Makhachev is a better version of Bilal. I think his striking on the feet is I think it's more. I even think it's easier. The striking on the feet, I think it's easier than Bilal because he's more just he'll stay in one stance. He's more traditional style. But yeah, he's the pound for pound number one. So it's a tough fight. But I guess we'll just watch all his fights again, make a solid game plan, and then just start working at it. From pretty much now, I'm going to start working on ways to beat him, different ways to get back to my feet, stuff in the takedown. But I'm pretty confident I can get this one done.
I'm a technician. I watch a lot of tape on guys, so I understand the flaws, and I'm already seeing holes in Volkanovski that I'm going to exploit.
Oh. Who do you think wins if Islam and Topuria fight? And do you think that fight will ever happen?
I hope it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be a tough fight for Ilya for sure. It won't be easy, but Ilya have a big chance. Like I said before, Ilya make you either shoot him like a wrestling, which is he will stop, or Ilya will go forward and Islam has to strike with him, and then striking, we all know how Ilya fights and how dangerous he is and how knockout power he have. So it's gonna be a tough fight for Ilya for sure. Like every fight is, but I believe he can finish Islam Makhachev.
I'll pick Kyle for this fight, but I think it'd be, and also it's a well-matched fight, like I said, but I think it'd be edged out by Kyle. They're fighting in France as well. Ooh, home court advantage. I don't know how that's gonna play with Nasruddin, but I don't think it's gonna be an impact on him negatively or positively. Yeah, I'm gonna go Kyle in this fight, and I'm gonna go decision. I'm gonna go decision by Kyle.
Who do you think initiates the grappling first?
I think Imavov probably does, because the feet will be too much for him. The hands will be too much for him from Kyle, so he'll have to mix it up to keep Kyle guessing. I'm still gonna go Kyle, and I think it's gonna be a unanimous decision. It'll be a good fight.
So they were kind of talking about the interim belt. They had said an interim belt, and that was like maybe, I don't know, 4 weeks ago. They were talking about it, but they weren't sure if they were gonna do it. And then they're like, okay, they're gonna do it, but wait until they announce it. And then I found out by Instagram that it was gonna be for the actual belt.
Wow.
When Dana announced it. So I texted like Tiki, I'm like, wait, is it the real belt or the interim belt? He's like, oh, it's the real belt. So yeah, that was just like very recent, the change. Not that the interim belt, but of course we were happy with the interim belt. That would still belt, and it would be like the next step to getting, you know, the belt. But the fact that it's for the real belt definitely puts the extra happiness and gratefulness on it.
Yes.
In the first fight, we're going to talk about Dildo Danis.
See how aggressive Danis is to take Spencer down, who's a very good striker. I like that attempt there from Warren.
And again,
you don't grapple with a grappler, though. This is going to go moving.
You know, even untrained bouncers can take down Dylan and have their way with him. He's a bum. He's always crying to get in the UFC. You fucking suck, Dylan. You're never getting in the UFC, so go get a real job, chump.
And but if he deserved title fight again, if we fought again, I will destroy him. Now this time I will beat him. You know, first fight. You know, now the next fight I will. Yeah.
Why do you think? Because you've just improved that much, even more.
I win, and then now I can talk about this. I was injured, like my back was killing me, and then I had impaction on my leg, and then that was very stressful training camp, and. But next fight, if I have to fight him, you know.
What was the most personal of the last few fights? Was it Umar?
Of course, Umar, because
that one, because you seemed like in the press conferences, you were visibly like kind of fired up.
Yeah, because Umar, I know him a long time, and I always show him my respect. And as a man, you know, like we don't care anything else. We just want to respect, you know, and especially, you know, I was fighting always next contenders, and I got here for my work, you know, and Umar, he's a good fighter, but he got pushed because of he's Khabib's cousin, and that's hyped him, you know, like and then when he disrespect me, I was mad about that, you know. So go back to Umar. There is so many good fighters in UFC, like Bautista, but he has to work to get what he deserved, and everybody else, you know, there is the other guys also, they work very hard, and but because of they don't have a cousin like Khabib, you know, they don't give him title fight, you know. So and then he was disrespecting me, and especially in Twitter and the internet, and yeah, I was very mad about him, and that was personal for sure.
So in the meantime, was he the one gonna
He was the one driving.
And what's his name?
Jon Jones.
The fighter, or is this different?
The fighter.
All charges against Jon Jones have been dismissed in connection with a February incident in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where he was accused of fleeing the scene of an accident. Jones had been facing 2 misdemeanor charges stemming from the incident, one for leaving the scene of an accident and another for using a telephone to terrify, intimidate, threaten, harass, annoy, or offend. In a statement released Tuesday to Uncrown, Jones's attorney, Christopher A. Dodd, said the UFC star has been fully vindicated. Jon's attorney said, "From the very beginning, we explained that a woman made a false allegation against Jon in an effort to avoid being arrested for DWI, and unfortunately, the police accepted that claim without properly weighing the facts. Once the relevant documents were finally disclosed by the police department, Jon's cell phone records made it undeniably clear that he was nowhere near the scene of the crash. We are grateful that the district attorney's office took the time to conduct a full and fair review of this case, which ultimately confirmed Jon's innocence. At the same time, it is deeply troubling that such critical evidence was disregarded, forcing Jon to endure this ordeal unnecessarily. Our investigation into how this occurred remains ongoing." Jon Jones tweeted, "I want to begin by thanking the district attorney's office for carefully reviewing the facts and ultimately vindicating me completely. I have always believed in the importance of truth and fairness, and I am grateful that the evidence spoke for itself. The simple fact is this: I was never there. I never even left my house that night, and all the evidence proved that. In this case, there was a rush to judgment before any real evidence was gathered. I understand that in the court of public opinion, the allegations may have seemed believable, especially given my past mistakes, but by the time these claims were made public, I had just retired from competition, and that moment was stolen from me by someone who made false accusations to avoid a DWI and any real accountability. I sincerely hope that this individual is held responsible by Albuquerque's law enforcement. They not only disrupted my retirement, but also made our police department appear negligent in the process. It is deeply troubling that in today's world, a single false accusation can take so much away from someone before any evidence is even considered."
We got one. We got him. We're watching this guy right now. All you have to do is turn it on Saturday, and we got you. I can't wait. Turn it on Saturday, streamers, and see what happens.
A clean fight. You can touch gloves at this time if you wish. We're gonna have a clean fight. You can touch gloves at this time if you wish.
I told you I manifested this. I manifested this. Let's get it. I made it. Let's go. One, two, three, four, five, six.